Well, good morning. Hello, welcome to Double Talk. Mark Steffen here.
Michael Mandel here. You reminded me that it's morning. Thank you.
It is.
I'm so sleepy.
If it's Saturday, it's morning.
And we're here. Same time as Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. So you can watch that tomorrow or listen to it on NPR.
In any event.
We're going to talk about art again. You know, last week we talked about art.
Yeah. What's the state bird of New Mexico?
You're not allowed to do that on TV.
The state bird of New Mexico is the Roadrunner.
Oh, it is?
As we all know.
Oh, okay. And how does this affect art?
Well, Las Cruces has the world's largest Roadrunner sculpture.
That's true.
It's up at the
rest stop over by...
right next to the interstate. Well, it was up there. It's missing.
It's not missing.
It's gone missing.
The artist, Olin Koch, took it down to refurbish it.
Oh.
And it was made, it still is made, out of recycled goods. He got all those things.
Trash, really, garbage.
Well, recycled, that's different than trash garbage. No, actually, it's the same thing. But you can recycle it into stuff. The eyes on that are supposed to be Volkswagen hubcaps. He's got a steel armature. The chest or breast or whatever you want to call a bird's frontal portion is made out of white and black sneakers.
Yes, you can see the white part.
Pretty cool.
That's where the good meat is on a Roadrunner.
That's true.
The breastal region.
We don't know what that beak's made out of. What is that? Tennis shoes? Looks like a paper bag. Anyway, what happened, they use plastic and other things. Well, tennis shoes are going to wear out. The sun, the rain, the elements, the wind, people take parts. After almost 20 years, it needs refurbishing. So
it's going to get a makeover and it'll be back soon.
That's true. And the city is spending $30,000 on the makeover.
Ooh.
Art costs money. Don't think you get art for free just because it's made out of recycled material. The guy spends time. Also, that's dangerous. That's a big thing. Just to move that thing probably costs $10,000.
Well, people don't realize how large it really is. You can walk underneath it. It's so large.
It's pretty big. We originally did the show about 1993 when he first made this piece, I believe.
Yeah, we were out there with our cameras.
Yes, we're...
On the previous TV show we did.
Do you remember that? Remember that? You guys who watch our show regularly 20 years ago?
That's back when we were doing award-winning shows, Michael.
Yes. Now we... that's because we're on location.
Yes, that's right.
You know, here we're just sitting down because we're older. We can't go on location. They don't let us there. We're liable to hurt ourselves. But there is no location for that except perhaps Olin... What'd you just find there? What's that? A piece of...
That's a piece of it.
Stuff
That's
is...
his tail.
I don't know. It looks like dead birds maybe are wrapped up in there.
I think there could be nests in there.
There could be.
So anyway, they're going to fix it right up. And
we have a lot of art in this
going
town,
from one animal to another.
Wait, I haven't finished.
You haven't?
No, I want to talk about other art in town.
Oh.
There's a thing that that purple dome thing that they made that they put in the tennis courts.
At Lions Park?
Yeah, that's a local artist. We also have a silhouette on campus, which is probably worth about $100,000 or more.
Yeah, it looks like an air conditioning vent.
Looks like an air conditioning vent, but it's a silhouette and it's a great piece. Kind of like this shirt, except different segments. It just goes back and forth. Okay, I'll say the word Roadrunner. You can make a segue with animals.
Okay, well,
talk about other animals.
We're keeping it in the spirit of animals.
Yes,
we love animals on this show. We always talk about dogs and cats being adopted.
But
yes, I include you. Also, the NMSU Rodeo team is ranked first in the nation, and it's quite
which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's quite a feather in the cap, Roadrunner feather in their cap
or feet,
and
horses' feet.
So anyway, American Rodeo. These people are training to be
professional
rodeo people.
There are.
And working with horses and cattle.
I've had a number of students, and I'm sure everybody who teaches at NMSU has had a number of rodeo students. They're quite an interesting lot. I mean, they're dedicated. It's amazing. I knew a guy who actually broke his leg, had to have a titanium leg put back in. It was femur, I guess. Is that leg?
Yes, the femur is the biggest leg bone we have.
And he went back out there, and he likes rodeo.
Oh, cowboys are
it's a rush.
Tough customers.
Do you know how long you have to? Everybody knows how long you have to stay on the seat. Do you know how long?
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
And
there's only one thing I could do for 8 seconds.
That's what your wife said.
Yes.
A lot of people think it's cruel to the animals. Actually, it's more cruel to the cowboys. It's really not cruel to the animals. The animals are professional athletes, just like the cowboys are.
They get professional pay.
Animals only have to work 8 seconds, and they know what they're doing, and they live the life of Riley in between events.
They do.
Meanwhile, the cowboys are the ones recuperating after every event.
It is pretty rough. That's quite a twist that horse did. It looks like an eel almost.
And in the bull riding, the bulls just want to get the cowboy off, and so they can get him. They want to hook him with their horns, tap dance on their windpipe, whatever they can do to damage.
Tap dance on their windpipe.
Oh, whatever they can do to get the cowboy.
I would think that would be professional.
And
in point shoes, do you think?
Well, but they're with hooves,
Hooves.
6,000 pounds of ball boogalooing on you. It's not going to feel good.
So they're living the life of Riley, you say?
Well, the animals are, yeah.
The animals, all they have to do is eat and buck.
The cowboys are the ones that occasionally get killed in the arena.
Well, that's true. And the cows that don't get killed, they send them off to bullfights.
No, these cows are used for breeding
bull.
purposes. Yeah, a mean bull's going to have a mean calf, and that's what you want for rodeo in bull riding.
I used to have students who used to argue about the fact that people would think that activities like this was mean to the horses, but they managed to argue that it was not mean.
It's not mean.
It's good exercise.
If they weren't doing that, they'd be dog food.
That's a nice prospect. Not living the life of Riley, eh?
Living the raw life in Riley.
Yes.
Yeah.
He used to eat that, which refers to an old TV show.
Right.
Oh, no, it was the line before that. The TV show referred to the life of Riley, I believe.
Who was Riley?
Oh, he was a square face.
Riley.
We don't remember who he was. We'll let you know next week.
Some Irish guy.
Meanwhile, we're lucky if you're going to be here next week because I hear you've been dickering with the law again. Remember how you used to dicker about your red light thing, your what is it, recycling can? You're fighting with the government for that, and then you had your license plate cover,
yes,
which they said was illegal.
Yes.
And now, what are they saying? You're a marked man.
Well,
that's what happens when your name's Mark.
That's true. I guess the other night, when I was driving home from the studio, it was dark, and I was driving up Doniana Road. A deputy sheriff was sitting on Doniana Road, on the side of the road, facing the opposite direction. And as I went past, he looked in his rearview mirror and determined that my license plate light was not brightly lit enough. So he whipped a U-turn and pulled me over, and he gave me a fix-it ticket.
Yeah.
First he asked me where I'm coming from and where I'm going.
And you told him it's a TV show, and that's why he gave you a ticket, because he couldn't believe you.
I told him...
the church.
I told him he doesn't need to ask me that question. I wouldn't answer it.
What? You actually...
I told him he has no right to ask me that. And I said, do you really need to know that? And he said, yes. I said, no, you don't. Anyway, and I proved that he was right. I said... And I asked
he was right?
No, that I was right.
You were right?
I said, do you know why you can't be asking me those kinds of questions? He says, why? I said, because this is North America and not North Korea.
You said that?
He still didn't get it. But
I'm glad you waited to tell me the whole story.
It was a police state in North Korea. And we don't do that here in this country.
You're lucky you weren't taken in for resisting arrest verbally.
He gave me a fix-it ticket and said I had to fix it within a certain deadline, and then take the piece of paper into the court, and that it wouldn't cost me anything if I got it fixed. So I did that. I went into court this week, magistrate court. I went in with my piece of paper, and they said, well, how do you plead? Plead? I fixed it, like the cop said. Ticket. So, oh, well, if you plead guilty, it's $76 court cost.
Yeah?
I said, court cost? I haven't been to court yet. I'm here at the window.
You shouldn't have to pay.
I shouldn't have to pay. He said I wouldn't have to pay. So he said, well, then you can take that up with the cop in court. All right, I plead not guilty. That's the only way I can get the cop to show up in court. So now,
is that where you are now?
So I spent 2 hours today just going through this. Now I have to come back for court next month and spend however long that's going to take.
Did you ask him how much court costs would cost you if they found you guilty?
Yeah, $76.
Save $76 that you would have had to pay anyway. Right?
So, well, yeah, we'll see. If the cop doesn't show up, then it gets thrown out.
You still use court time.
I will. Well, it's not. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't have to pay for that. It's not my fault.
Oh.
I did what I was told to do by the cop. I fixed it. I replaced the light bulb. Easy as pie.
Well, you could also then argue that you had a fix-it ticket. You gave it to me. You said you wouldn't have to pay anything if you fixed it.
That's right. I will tell that to him in front of the judge.
What kind of proof do you have that you fixed it? Do you have the receipt from your bulb or whatever it is?
No, they can come out and look at how good a job I did. In broad daylight. They won't be able to tell.
How many bulbs are in there?
2.
How many bulbs were in there then?
2.
They both were out?
One was on dimly, the other one was completely out. But you never look back there when the car's running and the headlights are on.
Well, if you're looking at your car back there and you're driving at the same time,
Yeah.
you are in bigger trouble than that. Because
So-
you're running after your car, obviously, at night.
Yeah.
So, well, good.
So anyway, I do have a license plate light on
So
now,
when,
so
so
the
when
world
is
is
this
safe.
fiasco going to
I go to
come
court.
to fruition?
I go to court March 16th.
Maybe bring the cameras in, huh? You
Wait,
can't
that's the day before St. Patty's Day.
well,
Should I wear green to court?
hopefully you'll have something to celebrate.
Well, Saturday is when we do our show, St. Patty's Day.
That's right.
Next month.
Well, that'll be...
I'll have lots to report.
And you can wear this shirt. It's like almost green.
I've got a more green shirt than that.
Greener shirt?
I do.
That's good. Well, here I am sitting with a known misdemeanor.
No miscreant?
Yes,
It's an
miscreant.
infraction. It's not even a crime,
You're an
Michael.
infractor.
And, well,
We had lots of trouble with that license plate.
speaking of moving violations,
Are we?
driver's licenses for illegal aliens is still legal in the state of New Mexico.
Even Miss Land Sample or Sample Land.
Well,
can get one.
they call them undocumented aliens.
Yes.
But if they have a driver's license, that makes them documented then, doesn't it?
What an idea. That's right. You've solved your problem. Susanna Martinez should give you a Medal of Honor for that because you solved the undocumented alien problem
Just solved the
by
problem.
giving them a document and they're legal.
Yeah, they have a document.
That's pretty easy.
That's all they need.
Well, one of the reasons is they're driving around anyway, right? And if they get stopped, and you hear of a number of cases where people actually can find you if you're documented through your license plate when you're needed to be found.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a good thing to have.
So people can line up.
It's useful.
If you're illegal, you can go down and get your driver's license. Okay. Now the governor, who has also appointed, what's your name, Scandera? What's your first name? Hannah Scandera as the head of the education department for New Mexico. Now she has no experience as a teacher, as a principal, as a school administrator. Yet she's been appointed head. It looks like the
and our
legislature's not
state
going to
legislature,
approve it.
they did not confirm her.
Did
Or
not.
would they consider confirming her because she has no qualifications?
None whatsoever.
She worked in administration. There are so many teachers in this and everywhere that have tons of
qualifications.
experience. There are many teachers with 20 to 40 years experience, not only in the classroom, but as principals in this state. To pick somebody who has so little awareness of the system, you really have to
So you have
know
to
the
wonder-
system to deal with the
You have to
system.
wonder why the governor would appoint such a person. What has that person done for the governor in the past?
Well, somebody should really get to the
Look
bottom
into
of
it.
it.
Absolutely.
And since we're TV news people, we don't have time for that.
Yeah, no, not us.
Bring back Ashley Meeks. She'll find out. We heard Ashley Meeks left town.
Left
so.
town, our favorite reporter.
But we have to,
Well,
before
you
we
know-
take a break,
Yeah, Valentine's Day spending. We're going to talk about that. Let's talk about that after the break. You know, there is a benefit. They're calling it the Valentine's
Saturday.
benefit tonight. There's the information right there. It's a benefit people whose home burned down.
and there's tons of things. There's food. In fact, I think the commercial tells you everything that...
Call and get your tickets. You can reserve your tickets right there. That way they'll be waiting for you when you show up. There's going to be food, dancing, giveaways, raffles.
A real great
All
party.
kinds of good stuff. In fact, we've got a
Tape.
Tape we can roll. Let's roll that tape,
Roll it.
and we'll see you right back after the commercial break. And we're back.
Darn close to back.
Mike and Mark here talking on Double Talk. And hey, how was Valentine's Day? Did you do the right thing?
Man, I spent a fortune on my sweetie.
Really? Did you really?
Yeah, also I spent some money on my wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I heard you got some lobsters. How'd those turn out?
They were pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you cook them?
We threw them in the hot water.
Alive?
My wife was, live lobster tails.
Oh, tails?
Yes.
No, I thought you didn't get the whole lobster?
No, I don't know how to do that stuff. You got to, it's so much work. You might as well get the tail. You're just looking to eat. You're not looking to suck leg. Well, maybe you are on
what's wrong with sucking
Valentine's Day.
leg?
So it was easy enough to do the lobsters. We saw one recipe that called for putting skewers in the lobster because when they they curl up.
Yeah.
But if you use a scissor to cut the bone off, it works too. That's what she said.
So
yeah, so you spend money. We did have a bottle of Vive Clicquot, which was pretty good.
Okay.
That adds up. I'm looking because according to national statistics, men spend an average of $169 on Valentine's Day. Obviously, a lot of men are buying, $2,000, $3,000 jewelry things. Maybe somebody got a Mercedes. That's got to bring up the limit because as much as I spent,
wasn't that much?
it wasn't $169. My wife spent like close to $4 on a card.
$4 for a card for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well,
but women,
they only spend about $87 on their
on the average. But there's a lot of people. People are into jewelry. I think that's where you can spend the most money, right? What else can you buy somebody that's going to cost something?
Well, a trip.
A trip, a car, something they need. Jewelry, obviously.
That's something no woman needs, but they all crave.
They think they need.
Now, as we all know, Valentine's Day has been absconded with by the women. It's their holiday. It's not our holiday, guys. We all know that. I don't know why that is.
Well, because we're men. I mean, and men do whatever women say. I mean, that's usually the thing, or we follow it. Because they must be right, because we know we're not right. We're just sure that we couldn't possibly be right.
Just how every father knows that women absconded with Mother's Day. Nobody cares about Father's Day. Mother's Day is the one that everybody has to
I got this tie on Father's Day.
Did you really?
I got the shirt on Mother's Day.
My point exactly.
So, but the actual benefit to the economy of Valentine's Day, apparently $17.6 billion is what went into the, people buying stuff. So if we could do $17.6 billion like that, and we have a deficit or something of 100,000, we just need anywhere from 6 or 7 Valentine's Days a year, and the economy would be right on track. So that's an idea.
Are you saying Valentine's Day, Michael?
Probably.
Yeah, I think you did. It's Valentine's.
It is Valentine's.
Yeah.
Tines, like the fork that sticks you.
That's right.
When they get their fingers into you.
So anyway,
you're not going to talk about your Valentine's Day.
Is
Give
over.
me a chance to say Valentine's Day again.
I fixed a nice meal.
You always fix nice meals.
We never go out on Valentine's Day. It's too crazy. It's way too crazy.
Oh, it's.
What you want to do is, here's what you do.
It's crazy the night before because people like you.
The restaurants are fully stocked the night before. It's not a crazy madhouse. You go there and you have a nice dinner. That's what I recommend. Same thing with Mother's Day.
You don't like lobsters. You think they're like cockroaches, don't you?
I love lobsters. They're bottom feeders.
Yeah, but the bottom is pretty clean these days because we're not putting our raw sewage into the except for the Caribbean.
No, we're still doing
Gulf of Mexico.
Nothing's changed. Although many lobsters now are farm raised.
That's true.
Who knows what they're injected with?
Did you ever see those lobster cowboys? He's a lobster cowboy.
No, I never did.
It's a song about that.
Oh, okay.
I think Glenn Campbell did it.
Rock Lobster is a song I knew.
Rock Lobster is a great song. We saw those guys, B-52s, in Vegas. It was great. Well, we're down with food. We love food.
We're crazy about food.
We're crazy about food. You're crazy about really hot chili peppers.
I enjoy spicy food.
Yes, and up to now, what was the hottest pepper?
The hottest pepper was the Jalokia.
Yeah, that's not it. But this is now the hot. We think it is.
Now
we don't know.
Twice as hot.
What's the name?
It's got like a 2 million Scoville rating.
Well, the highest one has a 2 million. The average has a 1.2 million Scoville rating. And you know what Scoville rating means?
That's how they judge the heat levels on chilies.
They base it on some other thing.
That's a picture of what the Trinidad Moruga Scorpion chili pepper looks like. And they have it out here at NMSU. You can actually buy the hot sauce made with that.
That's all you can do with it because you can't really eat it in a dish. I mean, you could add it to a dish.
It's very hot. Have you been to the Chili Pepper Institute, Michael? It's out at the university.
I think I was.
It's in the agriculture building.
They don't serve appetizers or anything.
Well, there actually is a.
I think I remember going there. We interviewed the head of it.
They have a diner there. You can have lunch there.
They have a diner?
Yes, they have a lunch at that place. And but go upstairs on the second floor to the Chili Pepper Institute. Anybody can go there, and you can buy chili products up there. You can buy the Bujalokia. You can buy the
What-
Moraga Scorpion hot sauce.
What were the ones that were said, the green chili peppers that were said to have 5 times more taste than regular chili peppers? They sold them there. I had some. I couldn't count 5 times,
You know, if you go there in the spring, they'll be selling chili plants in little pots that you can go home and plant.
Ooh, that's cute.
And tomato plants as well. I bought some there last year and did not have good luck with them. Not at all. They didn't.
Maybe you don't know how to plant them. Didn't you have a cat?
I got
walking
no. I had like 2 chilies grew out of 4 plants. 2
Well,
chilies.
you have to talk to Jackie Meineke. In fact, you could talk to Jackie Meineke. She's in charge of Enchanted Gardens, which at 2 o'clock today is doing a seminar on composting. Isn't that
Composting.
close to your heart, composting?
It is. I compost all my vegetables.
And didn't your housemate go to a class on composting?
She actually took the composting class. I don't think we're not
You're not-
doing what she learned we could do. We didn't buy a composter, or make one.
Isn't it like 4 pieces of wood in a square and you throw everything
It's a
into it?
container with ventilation, with holes in it that ventilate,
You vent?
and then you need to turn the material occasionally, so that it all gets mixed together.
That can't be that
And if you
hard.
do it, and you throw in some leaves and grass clippings and
Coffee grinds?
coffee grounds are good,
Yeah.
and then it makes great fertilizer. Basically, you mix it in with your soil,
Yes.
and it's great. Now,
Yes. Get off that. We don't want to talk about that.
there's also entertainment going on this weekend. All over
Very
the place.
soon. It should be around, we're close to 11:30
That's
right
here.
now.
This
2
afternoon,
o'clock.
2 o'clock over at the University Art Gallery, right there on University Avenue near Solano.
Right near the Barnes & Noble there,
Mm-hmm.
the gallery. I just dragged some people there on Thursday because I wanted to see the Glitteropolis, which is a great thing to see. Today's the
final
last day. You have to go see Glitteropolis. Not only that, Luna Vroom's room is there. It's a show. Even though it says for the kids, it's quite hip and cool. It's my daughter who's doing it, so it's got to be hip and cool. And it's you don't have to actually be there exactly on time. She can accept anybody there at any time because it's a moving kind of show. It goes all around
Is
the
it
place. It's very
interactive?
exciting. Yeah, it's interactive.
I see.
And
Actually, this may become a television show at some point in the future.
that's true. That's the next step after stuff like this. The
Going on today. What else is going
the
on?
art show is there. It's great.
There's a gun show going on also today and tomorrow.
Obviously, if you're going to go to the gun show, you don't want to go see Luna Vroom.
It's just down the street. It's
Do you want to see
Convention
that
Center.
guy? Yeah.
Just down the street from
What street?
University Avenue.
Is it? The convention
The Las
center.
Cruces Convention Center. The big gun show. It's the Lions Club gun show. They do it every year.
Right. So that's why they like to collect glasses, so people that give guns to have.
And even if you don't
glasses.
want to buy anything, it's just kind of fun to go there and look at everything. And it's more than just guns there, too, by the way.
What is it? Cupcakes?
But there's no
There's no
cupcakes.
cupcakes?
But it is $5 to get in.
And you can buy whatever you want, and then
And-
you could go ship it down to Mexico, just like the Reese's.
Hey, and if target shooting is one of your talents, you might want to join the Doniana Senior Citizen Talent Competition.
Although I don't think that's one of the talents the senior citizens are trying to be in. But there is a senior citizen talent competition where they're going to have dancing and people in boas.
People could do comedy, who knows what.
Stand up. Call 541-5171. You have to sign up by April 13th.
Yeah. You can go to the
And-
Munson Center to sign up if you want to. If you have a talent and you're over the age of 55,
And I think we'll leave our viewers with this image, huh?
No, we better not. We better not.
Oh, we better do the cupcakes.
So I
Here's
understand-
another cupcake.
I understand there's problems with the Cupcake Factory. You really can't get cupcakes there
Our
anymore.
producer goes in every day looking for cupcakes, and there's always a sign on the door that says, "Come back Tuesday."
Sold out. So now the only time you can really get cupcakes is if you call them ahead, and they'll make them for you. Special orders.
Is that how it works?
that
You
how
mean
it
it's not like William Burroughs' a book where they say,
Naked Lunch?
No glut, come back later?
So, and with that, Michael, we're out of time.
We are, just like
We're out of
that.
time. So thanks for joining us right here at Double Talk. We'll be back next week.